The hottest question in real estate right now, to buy or to refi, that is the question. Rates are at 3.75%. I've had this question 3 times this week, so I imagine it's on the minds of a lot of people. The answer to this question is different for each person. And to figure out which one's right for you, you need to ask yourself a couple things. The first one is, what is my motivation and why would I want to move up? The second one is, do the numbers work out? I'm going to give you a couple examples of how this scenario works out. The first one is a really good friend of mine who owns an urban upscale condo, and she really likes where she lives, was thinking about maybe moving up to a house, but is very happy with the location and the finishes she has. In her situation, we were able to refinance her into a 15-year mortgage, and her payment only went up about $40. That was a savings of $180,000 of principal and interest that she will no longer be paying to the bank. That was a very satisfying hour conversation for me to help a friend save that kind of money. In another situation, I had someone call me who has going to have their 7th child. They're in their starter home and they have a very high motivation to move up in that they're looking for more bedrooms, they need some more space, and they're ready to make that decision. So the motivation's there. Number 2, do the numbers work out? In their situation, they've been very lucky in that they have some equity in that home and are going to be able to use that towards the purchase of their new home. Everyone isn't always so lucky. My brother just recently moved up from their starter home and was able to buy a home that was once valued at $600,000 for $290,000. However, when they sold their starter home, they had to bring $16,000 in cash to closing. That can be very typical. However, if you're smart and strategic, you realize that that $16,000 you're making up on the buy. And in the long run, that home that is $290,000 is going to appreciate and be a great asset to you and your family. The one last thing I want to make note of is that on October 1st, FHA loans limits are going to be changing. Those loan limits for Utah County were $323,000, and now they're going to be $273,000. If you look at the market between $400,000 to $600,000 in the last few years, they have taken the hardest hit. In my opinion, they're going to continue to get pummeled by this move by the government. Salt Lake County is still at $600,000 loan limit. Utah County is at $273,000. Our county is going to see a huge depreciation in the homes between $300,000 and $350,000. If you're a seller, this is bad news. If you're a buyer, I have to say between 3.75% rates and the new FHA loan limits, this is going to be an epic year for moving up.